Hey everyone, we're back again with part 2. Starting right off, we're just getting everything sanded down. I used a 120 on the top and I'm doing 220 on everything else just to get a good scuff everywhere because I will be painting the base again. Using a 150 grit sponge sander on all the detailed parts and the places where my orbital sander couldn't reach, and then making sure to clean off all the dust from all the surfaces. There were some gaps from where I fixed the chip in the drawer, so I filled that in with some plastic wood. Then moved on to masking up the top so I can paint the base. I made a little bit of a goof up here, which I'll show you guys later. And then setting up my makeshift paint booth so we can get to spraying. I got a new primer to paint with, and I just wanted to show how thick this stuff was until I realized my head was in the way. But hopefully you can still see. This primer was hard to find. I believe it's pretty new, but it's much better than what I was using before. I laid down 2 to 3 coats all over the base. When parts I need to spray are really low to the ground, a lot of times I'll orient the spray gun so that it's at a 45-degree angle while keeping the spray vertical. That way I can get closer to the ground and still spray those hard to reach areas. Now moving on to the main color. I did 3 coats of this to make sure there was full coverage. With the shelf being so deep, I wanted to make sure the paint was getting back there, so this is just me checking with a light, getting down there and making sure it was covered. The surface was pretty rough in areas, so this is just me taking a 600 grit sandpaper and making sure everything is smooth. Now as I started taking the masking off of the top, this was the goof up that I mentioned earlier. The tape was overhanging where I was spraying, so I had to go back and fix that. Moving on to the top, since this was solid maple, I'm applying a pre-stain conditioner to get a even color. And once that dried, I moved on to staining, and this took about 3 applications to get it the shade that I wanted. Another little mess up was I had to remask the top again since I didn't seal the bottom portion the first time I was spraying, and I used different sealants for the top and the bottom. The painted parts were given polyacrylic and the top was given polyurethane for a more durable finish. And here we have the before. It was very yellow on the bottom, which is what I mainly wanted to change. And here's the after. I used shiitake from Sherwin-Williams and got a lighter restored top. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe to see more.